a new photo of the Osmo Pocket 4 retail box and quick start card appeared, which kind of, I think, shows us that DJI is getting ready to start shipping these things in the next couple of months. Now, there's an image that popped up that I think was shared by the newcamera.com. Neutrally, if you don't mind bringing it up, we can take a look at it all together.
How accurate is this for reals?
It's a good question. To me, it seems pretty plausible. It comes from the more reputable rumor sources that I've seen online.
Especially with like AI. We just talked about AI. Like
true.
You can make it super real. It's like, hey, put a little glare on it, right? Oh, I want some buttons. It's funny. Like I wish I had my Osmo on me because there's no buttons right there right now where that little flat. So below the screen, those are two new buttons. It's funny as like as an Osmo user, right? Like one that's used it a lot. I'm like looking at those already critiquing. Do I want that there? Because I actually put my thumb there to keep it stable. But if there's buttons there that I accidentally press, would it be good? But I will say this. The zoom button is actually really important because right now you have to do on-screen zoom or the joystick can act like a zoom too. Oh, that's like more like a legit joystick now? Is that?
Yeah, it might be. And I think that a lot of it is just adding those common controls as physical buttons that people are using.
But okay. And what's funny is if this is a final form factor, I think the opportunity is to buy the DJI Osmo 3.
Interesting.
Because shout out to Doc, right? Doc Rock from Ecamm. He was saying, oh, it's going to be like a 1-inch sensor. So it's going to be a higher quality, great for low light. Amazing. And if you want the top of the line, you can afford it totally. But there's nothing on here that is going to be so groundbreaking that the older version isn't going to be good for 90% of people. And guess what? Me and Judy proved that with the Canon G7X. We still use the Mark II. We're on Mark III right now, right? I think so. No. Mark III. We're using the Mark III and we're on the Mark IV. We're talking 10 years old. They don't even sell it. They're selling like for like $1,000 because they're almost like an antique now. But we have like 2 more left. And we're fine. No one ever complained about it. And if it's that, and we'll see what are the functions, I'm telling you, DJI Osmo is the greatest camera. Well, maybe one of the greatest cameras of all time, period. Not just vlogging camera. Because now I'm using it for my live streams. It's incredible. Neutrally is working the gimbal. Like, it's nuts. It's freaking nuts. And
totally.
It's an all-in-one. Osmo 4, I'm excited for it. I would love to play for it. I wish DJI would send me that.
Yeah, and actually, the other thing that kind of came up is that there was another image that was floating around as a part of that newcamera.com report where they talked about some of those
functions.
Not necessarily the functions, but the features and the specs that you were talking about as well. Yeah, there was a 1-inch sensor on there optimized for low light. There was video recording at 4K 120, etc. Stabilization, 3x gimbal. A lot of it is actually exactly the same as the Osmo Pocket 3. In fact, I think the Pocket 3 already has a 1-inch sensor, is what I was looking up before the show.
Oh.
So a lot of the specs aren't the same, and a lot of the changes seem to be around the actual just form factor of the thing. Maybe little tweaks here and there in terms of the design overall. So like I'm with you 100%. To me, it makes a lot of sense to take advantage and get the cheaper item.
If they sell it, yeah, and it's cheaper for sure.
And the report there also said that they think that we're going to get this in February or March of 2026. But there has been that other rumor that's been floating around about the Pocket 4 Pro, as they're saying.
Pocket 4 Pro, okay.
Yeah, and so there's more uncertainty about this. It seems like it's going to be launched later, but there were a couple of independent reports last week that showed images of that Pocket 4 Pro. We talked about the rumors way long ago. I think it was like a month and a half ago on this show with that dual camera array where there's one above, one below, or one to the side and one to the other side. And the idea is that you would have the Pocket 4 and Pocket 4 Pro, and that the Pocket 4 Pro would be a lot of the ability to get optical zoom rather than using that digital zoom, which I know is important to you.
Yeah. Now that's a whole nother ball game because that's glass potentially, right? Glass being the lens, the actual camera itself. If that's bigger, we'll just have to see. Again, for me, if I don't see any like real tangible benefit immediately, I may still buy the Osmo 3, even though I'm a super user. I use it. I want to compete. Who uses it more than me? I don't know. I literally use it every single day. I'm uploading 5 to 7 pieces of content a week with the Osmo. Okay,
You're live streaming it with it.
I'm
several
live
times a
streaming
week.
with it. It's a workhorse. That's another crazy thing too, because back in the day, going back to live streaming being difficult, back in the day, even with cameras I have that are $5,000, the cameras get hot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just touch it just to see. I was like, I wonder how hot I got this camera. After 3 hours, neutrally, I'm telling you, it's almost never hot. It's crazy. It might be warm. So it's ridiculous. I wanted to ask ChatGPT this. Maybe you guys can do this, but I'm curious what the revenue is of DJI versus Sony versus Canon versus what's another camera company like. What's
That's a good array though. Sony, Canon, Nikon would probably be the other one. That
yeah.
people would
Well, there's
include.
what's the action camera? Not
GoPro?
Not
Hero?
GoPro. The other one. Which one?
It's a
the
360.
thumb camera on
Insta 360,
action.
okay?
Yeah.
We should do a little comparison and see like what the revenue is. It's not always going to be accurate. I don't even know if they make those public. The reason being is so many DJI Pocket Osmos were sold. They've got to have so much cash. The good thing about a company with lots of money is they can do more R&D, right? They can maybe take some more risks, and they have. I mean, you can say part of the reason why DJI is so successful with their Osmo is because of all those years with the drone R&D, right?
Yeah.
The drone camera is basically the Osmo Pocket camera, just like on a different user interface. So the reason I asked that, it's like I'm just fascinated that someone came into this space and dominated something where there's like behemoths like a Sony and Canon. That was everything for creators for so long. And now I don't even think about Sony or a Canon, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm half Japanese. I'm like a little biased. I want to support the other home team, right? But DJI, I love it. I love all their products and everything. And it's funny, I'm looking around at some of the camera gear, and they're just like relics. I could just turn this into like the museum of camera history before the DJI Pocket